Hey guys, Stewart Breeding, welcome back to S2TV. We're going to do some tutorials about programming. By and large, the number one question I get is how you can implement the 5M method into a program that's specific to meet your goals. And we're going to spend some time talking about it. So I want to start by going back over what the 5M method is and what it was meant to do. So the 5M method is a 30-minute high-intensity interval training session that's heart rate based. It's specific to your sub-max heart rate. It incorporates 5 modalities. There is a cardio, strength, balance, muscle endurance, and flexibility or mobility component in all the workout designs. So it's a circuit-style workout that's moving through these 5 modalities. I also incorporate 5 performance variables into the workout design. Those variables are, once again, balance, speed, agility, reaction time, and power. So when I'm setting up the workout design, I make sure that not only am I moving through all the different body parts and trying to incorporate as much functional movement as I possibly can into the design, there's also a lot of variables that I'm trying to pack into these workouts to make sure that we check the box on each of them, that there's no randomness to the workout design, that I'm not spending too much time doing strength and not enough in cardio or flexibility or so on and so on. All the elements of both health and performance variables in fitness are represented in the workout design. It is meant as kind of a check the box. I've got all of these. I've become better in all areas of fitness, not just one, which tends to be the issue that we see with a lot of workout designs, is that they're specific towards strength or cardio or whatever, muscle endurance. But they don't bring in all components of fitness and performance. So that's what the 5M method was meant to do. Now, our research has shown us that most people do the best with about 3 hit intervals per week. And what I mean is we use very, very accurate body fat testing to measure our clients and to see how they're responding to these hit sessions. By and large, what we have seen is that anything more than 3 hit intervals per week start to create catabolism in most people, which means they're burning off muscle tissue. So we have to feed them a lot more food or drop the intensity variable. So we recommend somewhere around 3 5M hit intervals per week. Now when a client comes in and does testing with us, we can see by how they're burning or how they're using substrates such as fats and sugars where we should put them in their high-intensity interval training days, what their heart rates should look like, what ranges they should be in specific to them. Now, not only do we assign HIT intervals, we assign LIT intervals, low-intensity interval training days. They are equally as important as the HIT. Equally as important as the HIT. So we're going to talk a little bit about what those are and how we can incorporate those. And as we do a couple more of these videos, tutorials on programming, I'll get a little bit more extensive into topics such as periodization, nonlinear periodization, and then of course the 5M method, which is a multi-dimensional nonlinear periodized program. So a lot of big words. And I want you to truly understand them so that we can help you figure out how to design a program that is right for you. So once again, let's take a general overview at how we would recommend to our clients what kind of heart rate training and how many days a week that they should be training and how to implement that type of training. So they've come in, they've done a test, and we've clearly seen how they're metabolizing substrates. And for this person, we have decided that their HIT interval is somewhere between 165 and 185 beats per minute. We're going to recommend they do the 5M HIT interval on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at these heart rates. Now, please remember, there is a protocol to this. There is a warm-up building them up to this. But they're going to be between 80 and 100% heart rate max for the 30-minute duration of this class, which is represented right there. The interval, the HIT interval, because we're moving through different modalities, because cardio is bringing the heart rate up to max heart rate and strength is right below that, maybe at 90 to 95% max heart rate. Then we move into balance and we slow down a little bit more. We're coming towards 80%. We go back to muscle endurance and it's going back up a little bit. And finally we end with flexibility, which will put us at the lowest point of this workout design. So not only am I covering all the bases with these multiple modalities, it is a built-in HIIT interval because of the intensity variables of the specific modality itself. The HIIT interval, if I were to draw it, looks something like this. You're going up and down. It's a 50-second cycle, 10 seconds to the next station. So it's up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? It's very erratic. It looks something like this. And once again, we recommend 3 days a week. If you can get those 3 days a week, we're halfway there. Now we got to get in some low-intensity training days. So I've drawn a calendar up here, and I've left off Sunday. We need at least 1 day a week when we're not training at all. You don't even want to be thinking about training, okay? 1 day a week you need to walk away and not even just on the couch, hanging out, relaxing, and trying to recover is really what this day is all about. Not just physically, but mentally. So if these are our hits, we're going to program 3 LITs, low-intensity training days on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Now, if this is what my hit looks like, this is kind of a scale, and please forgive me, I'm by no means an exceptional artist. This is what my low-intensity training should look like. And what I've drawn here is, this is 40 to 45, so a recommendation for low-intensity training is a little longer than the HIIT. You can train up to an hour, but there's really no benefit past 45 minutes. So I rarely spend more than 45 minutes training unless I'm really specifically doing some corrective exercise and a lot of stretching in which my heart rate is actually kind of shooting lower and I'm having to get back up into this area. But if this is just a general cardio or weight training day, this is what it's going to look like. So let's just say I come in and I do a 10-minute warm-up and I build my heart rate slowly up to 145. For this person, our test, our substrate analysis has shown us that they are going to be benefiting from 145 to 165. And I'm just using that for instance. Okay? This is where we want them doing their low-intensity day. They're going to build up to that 145 and they're going to sustain it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then what we want them to do is to take another couple of minutes and bring it up to the top end zone, which is 165, and hold for a couple of minutes. Bring it back down for a couple of minutes. Hold 145, the bottom zone, for a couple of minutes. Bring it back up over a couple of minutes. So basically, let's just say these are all 2-minute segments. And we don't have to get over specific. Please don't get over specific with these low intensity training days. What we don't want to do is just spend too much time here or too much time here. We want to be moving like rolling hills through 145 and 165, and that's what I've tried to kind of represent here. If we're doing a cardio session, this is easily implemented. For instance, if I were on an Aerodyne bike, a rowing machine, a treadmill, elliptical, anything, it's fairly simple to keep my heart rate there for a couple of minutes, slowly climb, get up to the top end zone, hold for a couple of minutes, and then bring it right back down. But cardio is not the only thing that we can be doing here. This can be anything, guys. So let's just say our goal is weight loss. What we recommend is that these are specifically cardio days, that you get in and you plug in your low-intensity training days and use cardio, and any number of cardio. You can hike, you can play tennis, racquetball, we don't care. As long as you're doing it here and you're tracking your heart rate, we don't care. You're going to get the same fat-burning effects from it. Now for me, what I like to do and what I specifically do is 3 5M high-intensity interval training sessions a day, and then I do a body split. I'll do an upper body split, a lower body split, and on Saturday, I'll incorporate some corrective exercise, core, yoga. I'll fuse a lot of things and I'll leave that day open. Sometimes I'll do just Olympic weightlifting, just working on specific technique and movement, but I stay in these zones. What that allows me to do is derive all the benefits of these three. And I'm able to sustain incredibly low. I sustain single-digit body fat because of these guys right here. And these. But I'm also able to incrementally, slowly bring up my muscle mass because of the body split incorporation. I do an upper body split and a lower body split at pretty good intensity, somewhere in these intensity zones, trying to do what is called hypertrophy, where I'm basically growing the size of the muscle tissue and also incorporating elements of strength training. But this lit can be anything you want it to be. It can be anything you want it to be based on your goals. Now, we're going to do another couple of videos talking about what if these were cardio based? What if I wanted to do a triathlon? What if I had corrective exercise issues, or I wanted to do more yoga or flexibility? We're going to go into that on our next video, and then a couple after that we'll go a little deeper into what periodization, nonlinear periodization is, and how you can actually program a workout for a year and try to stay on track and get yourself from A to Z. Thank you.